Imagine scaly legs, long sharp spurs and talons, a vicious beak, and beady eyes that stare up at you. This creature struts by placing one mangled foot in front of the other. He stalks behind a cage. Have you ever had to feed this creature, to take care of it? I have, and it's just a rooster. While children's books portray chickens as reliable alarms on a family farm, and as busybodies that break bread, my grandmother can attest to the true nature of a chicken. Now, this story has always had fuzzy details, but let's imagine a lackadaisical summer in 1935, Eastern Oregon. Sagebrush can easily be mistaken for trees, and dust permeates the air. My father would have been working out on the ranch, tending to fences or herding cattle, and mother would have been inside preparing a meal. My grandmother Frida was 5, and her spunky little sister Nelda was 3. Their attention had long since expired inside the house, and they needed something else to do. Oddly enough, through the pure and angelic reasoning of children, they decided to help mother with the chores by collecting eggs. To do this, they had to go to the chicken yard just outside the house. It had a chicken coop with about 10 nesting boxes for the 10 hens, and a rooster. This rooster was a Rhode Island red, so he stood about a foot tall, weighed in at about 8 pounds, and displayed sleek burgundy feathers and a red comb atop his head. He would walk through the yard, keeping an eye on everything to make sure that nothing disturbed the peace. So, when the girls confidently stepped through the gate and approached the chicken coop to get their first treasure, he threw himself at them with a flurry of feathers and landed atop Nelda's head. He opened up a wound. Screaming, they tried to shoo the rooster away and run back to the gate. Mother heard the commotion and came out to see what the fuss was about. She gathered her girls, got them away from the rooster, and took them inside to take care of Nelda's head. The moment Nelda's last bandage was placed atop her head, she got right back out of the chair and started marching out the door to take on the rooster. Her mother had to gently direct her to much tamer activity. Now, based on the number of stories my grandmother has told me, I highly doubt that Aunt Nelda actually stuck with the tame activity for very long. That is why, while I could say that the moral of this story is never mess with a chicken, I think a much better takeaway is never mess with Aunt Nelda. Either way, such stories remind us to keep 2 things in mind: humility and confidence. Humility, because a chicken is far scarier than its name implies, and confidence, because we must all have the spunk to face the obstacles in our lives. Thank you.